can't gyrate like that or anything. But I want to talk about the disparity of injustice in the black community itself. That's where it starts, because it's not only an issue with the woman itself, because when you come to a society where it's about color, black, white, green, purple, red, and blue. And the disparity starts with just the black side itself. Because if you look at the injustice that's taking place, it's not something just in our community. It's not something just in our country. It's something around the world that black people are looked down upon. So since the woman is a part of the black race, that's how it goes. When we begin to disassociate ourselves from man and woman, we now breaking down the fight even more of trying to push the woman to the side to let the black man say, okay, I don't defend her because I'm not into this discussion. But when we say, no, we are all one, not when he said humanity, if he thought like that, and if besides Trump, we've been dealing with Trump 43 presidents before Trump. It's the same type of Trump 43 presidents ago. So we don't look at it as y'all look at it as, well, Trump is going to, see, I'm Muslim. So I don't look at it as Trump is sending Muslims back to a certain country. And I can also say I'm Hispanic. So I'm not looking at he's putting the wall up. I'm saying, as he's saying humanity, Trump he did not negotiate with any of that. What he is negotiating with is white supremacy, as she said. They said that rural whites are dying off more than ever because they are depressed, because they feel like they are losing what they was, and that's entitlement. That's what we need to look at. We're not talking about the echelon, we're not talking about the Rothschild and the Rockefellers. We're talking about those John, Julie, and Sue around the corner that feels like that certain way, because those Rothschilds are not going out buying the guns. See, they are the producers of the guns, but they are not the ones going out buying it to make the gun rate go up, as one of those said earlier about the guns of buying the blacks and the Black Panther Party and all of that. See, it's when we say, what is the solution to this ultimate problem that we have? Well, we in the Nation of Islam has the solution. Separation. And I'll say why. We're not talking about separating just because we're trying to send us back to a country and give y'all a certain side of the country. We're talking about, but when we make the playing field even, we now can negotiate. If I got a part of the land where I run the crops of corn, and you have the cotton, we now can negotiate because we're on a level playing field. A slave master will never see his slave as his equal. Never. So if y'all own everything and we own nothing, that's why they say we can't be racist. Because racism comes with power. We have no power. Because if I say to you, I don't like you, I'm still not stopping you from having a job. But if you say you don't like me, you can stop me from having a job. That's what real racism is. Racism equals power. We as black people have none of that. I can go on now.
I'm sure you would say that it's important to hear. Did you all have anybody from the panel? You good?
Well, mostly that I think that it would be a great topic to talk about. The movement for reparations, quite seriously, and as it relates to, I mean, I think leveling the playing field is a lofty goal, but so is liberation and freedom. So why not? Yeah, I just wanted to plug that. I think that would be a great thing for us to talk about.
Better get out and vote, and then you can make a difference. Unfortunately.
Wait a minute, hold on. What we not finna do, we voted. Did you see that was that 93% listen to black women? So you need to stop. Listen to what Sarah said. Don't jump in because you're doing exactly what we've been talking about all night. No, you're speaking over me. You're speaking over me. Okay, let me be quiet because the white man talking. That's what you're doing. Do you see what you just
Excuse me,
did?
I'm sorry, you're right. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay, all
What's the
right.
matter? That's
Listen,
all.
you're not talking now, so let me say one more thing, but those statistics you
Excuse
put up
me.
there, those statistics that you put
This is
up
a great
there,
example,
they
y'all.
were misleading because we still had 60%
Excuse
of
me.
America not voting.
Excuse me, but I think what's really important to point out again is one of the issues that we raised in the beginning. If it's a women's event on women's topics, then really we should be hearing more from women. And we've heard a lot of very strong opinions from men, which have been good. They've been good, but it's not your turn right now. It's women's turn. We have a fine panel of women. We have other women leaving because the conversation is taking a pretty familiar path. And so at this point, we need to have women's voices because this is a women's topic.
And here is a woman right here who has a comment or question.
Okay, so I just want to say I'm really excited to see young voices on the panel because that's something that's been on my mind. I'm thinking about next week with the clinical conversations. We're talking about adultism. And so I think that it's really exciting to see young women's voices because a lot of times we're discounted in the community or we're told, you know, to sit down, let the older people who have more wisdom. So I guess my question for y'all, for the panel is, do you feel like as feminism, you know, both white, well just feminism as a whole, do you feel like we're making strides among the younger generation or do you feel like the racism there or whatever is present is more covert? And if you feel like it's still there, you know, say why you think it's more covert or something. So, okay. Yes.
Oh, that's on me. So, I guess because I grew up in the world of microaggressions, it's not covert to me. It's going to be covert to older people because they're used to blatantly, we don't serve your kind here. But for me, it looks like you shouldn't yell at that poor white man over there because he has a point. Or it looks like you shouldn't dress a certain way because people are going to think that you're a certain way. Or it looks like you shouldn't speak Ebonics in front of the white folks because they're going to think you ghetto, which there's nothing wrong with that because I'm a hood rat, it is what it is. So I grew up in a world of microaggressions. It's always been there, it's going to be there, that's life. It's just, I've dealt with it, I know what it is now. It gives me something to laugh at until it really comes down to the fact that I'm about my people. And whatever we got to do to break these chains and get up out of this issue right here, that's just what it's going to be. I don't care what it looks like at this point. It can be blatant, it can be covert. It doesn't matter, I'm going to check you on it and keep it moving.